Hey there, welcome. It's Karen Lanou from No Limits Businesswoman, and this is your No Limits Live today. And we are going to be talking about how to be confident when you're not. Oh my God, who hasn't been there? I know I have lots of times. And so, and I have to tell you, I see this in women from every level of business, every level of work. So from just frontline gals to the gals at the top in the C-suite. So it happens for everybody. So I want you to know right away, you are not alone. So if there's things that you're not feeling confident in, again, you're not alone. This is sometimes, again, some of us feel confident in not confident in anything. And for some of us, it's just very situational, some very, very specific. And so, and it feels so uncomfortable, right? It's just like, oh my God, I have to go talk to somebody. I have to speak to somebody. They're going to ask me questions. I feel nervous. I don't feel confident about this. I'm going to do a live video. I don't feel confident as a truck goes barreling by. And so the other day I heard about a story about a gal who worked for this particular company, and the big owner, the founder of the company was coming to visit their company, their location, and she breaks out into a sweat. And so again, this is how debilitating is this, right? Not feeling confident and not feeling able to speak up really puts a damper on our career. It really puts a damper on us being visible and being able to show what we really have to offer. And so therefore, it really is it costs us, right? There is a cost. There is this costs us, not only personally and emotionally and mentally, it also physically. I mean, we can get sick if we're having to do a presentation. We can feel, physically sick. We may not sleep the night before. And it costs us financially, because if we're not stepping up and stepping out and speaking up, then again, that costs us. And it costs us dollars, right? Because we're not necessarily getting the promotions. We're not getting the clients. We're not closing the deals. And so what do you do about this? So what I would suggest, again, this is not having confidence about something is a symptom. It really is just a symptom of something else. Maybe it is our past experiences. Maybe somebody told you that you weren't good enough or you couldn't do that. Maybe it's a gremlin. I should have brought the gremlin with me outside. Maybe it's your gremlin that is constantly beaking off at you, saying, "You can't do this. Who do you think you are?" And so it's a symptom of a greater problem. And the greater problem really is about our limiting beliefs. There's somewhere along the line, there has been a limiting belief that has been created. Certainly for me, in my first marriage, one of the things that was so profound, and had such a profound impact on me, a negative impact on me, is because my gremlin was a 6'2" man. Like, he was always telling me how, he was telling me basically, even though he may not have said the words, he was implying that I was stupid. He was implying that I shouldn't be speaking up. It's kind of like, be heard, be seen and not heard, right? Any of my ideas were not that good. That was just, so I heard that over and over and over again. And we were together for quite a long time. And probably in the end, probably 10 years from the time that we started dating in high school to the time, we were dating and then got married and then through divorce, it was probably 10 years, had such an impact on me, such a negative impact, and it took some time to get through. Now, there are tools, right? There are tools that you can use to actually go through that. If I had those tools now or then, would have made a huge difference. I would have been in a further position in my career and now than in my business way earlier, because even starting my business was a huge thing. Like, who do I think I am, right? So you may be thinking that, but now what do you do about it? So if you don't have those tools, what do you do in the interim? And part of it is just practice. you really just have, they talk about fake it till you make it, and that's partly true for sure. I mean, faking it until you make it certainly is helpful. So if you're having a presentation, practice it, right? Imagine seeing the people talking to you, or you're talking to them. Imagine seeing them, that they're intrigued and they're listening and they're asking questions, and imagine you feeling really confident and feeling like, oh yeah, I have the answers. And then also imagine that, come to the conclusion also that you don't have to have all the answers. So if you're doing a presentation, you're speaking up and somebody asks you a question and you don't know what the answer is, just say, hey, you know what? Thank you very much. This is such a simple trick, right? It's such a simple trick. But just all you need to do is say, hey, that is a great question. You know what? It's not coming to me at this moment, or I haven't encountered that, or, it's my mind's gone blank, whatever it is that you want to say, and say, you know what? I'm going to get back to you on that. And it's really just that simple, and people usually will accept that. They'll just say, okay, great, yeah, I get it. Like if you're speaking to somebody and, they can see maybe you're a little bit nervous, or you see that, oh, you're in front of an audience, most people never do that because, people would rather, they would rather actually, they'd actually rather die. That's the whole thing. There's some study that was done that people would rather die than actually speak in public. Now, this isn't all about speaking in public, but again, establishing confidence, it comes through your tone. It comes through the way you speak. It comes through the words you choose. So practicing that alone makes a huge difference. But again, all I'm going to just say, this is not having the confidence, not being able to access that on an ongoing basis with ease costs you. It costs you in your business, or costs you in your career. So you want to make sure that you can get those tools. And again, those are the things that I teach in my mastermind, and that is one of the biggest outcomes. It was never kind of one of the main outcomes I expected, but it is the biggest outcome from my mastermind, is seeing people go from feeling really meek and mild and not confident to feeling very confident in themselves. And part of that is actually just strengthening your core. And so Val just made this comment. She said, nothing worse than pretending you know when you don't. Absolutely. So yeah, so just saying, hey, you know what? I don't know that answer right now. Sorry, there's a lot of trucks going by right now. It's like, I don't know that, but hey, I will get back to y'all. I know somebody who knows, or I know that I have that information. Let me get back to you. So again, because people know when you're lying too, right? So, but practice makes a big difference. But again, being able to get to the core of this, start to deal with your limiting beliefs, and get to the core of where were you harmed? Where did you learn this in the first place, that you weren't able to feel confident, that you weren't able to do this? Again, that your self-esteem maybe is not at the level it could be. Here's the other thing. I remember thinking in my first marriage, it's like, wow, I can really take this. I must have really high self-esteem. No, that wasn't the case. The case is that the only reason I was in the relationship in the first place is because I had low self-esteem. Anyways, you live and learn. But again, in terms of confidence, again, you have to practice it. You have to use the tone. You have to use your voice. Watch people that inspire you. Watch people that you like listening to, who look to like they're really confident and appear confident. Emulate them. So that's a start. But really, again, to get to the base of it, you got to deal with those limiting beliefs, because they will stop you. They will continue to prevent you. And again, I've worked with women at the top of their game who benefit from doing this process, benefit from actually going through the process of eliminating those limiting beliefs, so they don't continue to stop you. Because again, it has an impact on your life in every area. Oh, thank you, Val. So Val just said Karen's mastermind equals from hiding to making Facebook Live. So there, yes, and Val's done that. She's been awesome at that. It's taking those steps forward, because you got to share your goodies, right? You have something to share. You wouldn't be inspired to actually have a business or want to move forward in your career if you did not have the ability. It's not possible. You would not have that thought in the first place. So you are here on this earth to share your goodies, and your goodies are really just what you have to offer, what your what your passion is, what your what is the best things about you, right? There you have these to share, and that's why you're here. So you have to get out there. You have to, again, just practice. You have to go through those motions, practice, but also, limiting beliefs, right? You need to tackle those. You need to eliminate them, because it will make all the difference as you go forward. If you want some help with that, and you want to work on that, you're thinking about working together, contact me. It's an easy call. Just go to nolimitsbusinesswoman.com/talk, and we'll set up an appointment. We'll just talk for 15 minutes to start, and I'll just find out if I can help you for a match. That's it. That's all we do. Easy peasy, no strings. So, but again, just to recap, go back. And if you want to change something, if you want to feel more confident, what you really need to do is to practice it. That's one of the things to do. This is something you can do today, is just start practicing. If you're going to do a Facebook Live, if you're going to do a presentation, if you're going to be speaking to the big boss, practice what you're going to say first. Practice the words that you'll say. Also, watch people. There's so much video out there now. There's so many people, so many great speakers that there's lots of examples to watch. And just pretend being them, right? Just walk around like them, speak like them, and you'll see a huge difference really quickly. But more than that, you need to get at those, long term, you need to get at those limiting beliefs. All right. Have a fabulous day. Next week, I'm prepared today. When do you know you need a coach? And so this is going to be a pitch about me, but it's really, how do you hire a coach? How do you know when you need a coach? So many women I know, you're do-it-yourselfers, you're like me, and you are, you're a do-it-yourselfer, you're a people pleaser, and you are the strong one, you're the superwoman. And so there's a lot of shame around asking for help. And so I'm going to talk about, when do you know that you need to hire a coach? Again, not a pitch about me. This is about working with a coach in general. So come and join me next week, same bat place, same bat station, which means just 1 p.m. Mondays at Pacific. All right, take care. Have a fabulous day, and aren't you ready to live your no limits life now? Aren't you? Aren't you ready? Yeah. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.